So UFC 316 has just taken place, and this is my reaction to the entire card. So there were 13 fights in total, 6 by way of finish. Let's start off with the main event in Merab versus Sean O'Malley. I knew that Sean O'Malley had lost as soon as I seen him not walking out the superstar. Whoever told Sean O'Malley that was the play to change his song to "I'm proud to be an American" instead of superstar, sack that guy from the team immediately. Because that, I knew as soon as he wasn't walking out the superstar, I said during my live stream, it is curtains. It is curtains. But back to the fight. Sean O'Malley had a better performance first time around against Merab. That's facts. Sean O'Malley looked better in the first fight than he done against Merab. And I think the problem that Sean O'Malley faced in this matchup is I think him and his team got the game plan all wrong. Now, what I thought, which is why I predicted Sean O'Malley to win the second time round, is Merab is hittable and Sean O'Malley did land shots on him. I thought Sean O'Malley would have taken away the good parts from his last performance against Merab and built on them, which he didn't do. For example, the likes of the tape to the body. Yes, he threw some of them, but I thought he was going to really utilise his kicks this time. He didn't do that. I thought that him and his team would come up with a game plan to use his footwork, to cut off angles, to try and have Merab be the one on the back foot. I thought O'Malley was going to be the aggressor, which would then leave Merab on the back foot, which would then prevent Merab from being able to spam 1 gazillion takedowns. That wasn't the case either. I just think this is crazy and this is next level cope. I know it is, but I do think Sean O'Malley has the best chance of beating Merab in the bantamweight division. Bruh. I know that's a crazy take, but I do. I think to beat Merab, you have to stop him. I think Sean O'Malley and his team just came up with the wrong game plan. Fighting Merab on the back foot instantly. Whenever I seen Sean O'Malley just skating around the outside, trying to look for that KO shot on the back foot against Merab, as Merab was just, Merab's a marauder. Merab was just walking forward, high and tight guard, looking to make O'Malley work. And even Merab, who literally is nowhere near the striker of Sean O'Malley, was winning a lot of the striking exchanges because Sean O'Malley was so defensively minded in this matchup. Now, don't get me wrong, Sean O'Malley's takedown defense was really improved this time around. He showed some really good takedown defense in there against Merab. But the fact that he was so defensive minded in this fight, to me it came across like, for this anyway, they've went for a game plan that kind of goes away from what makes Sean O'Malley great. Sean O'Malley needs to be cutting off angles. He needs to be the aggressor. He needs to be letting his shots go. He needs to be dynamic. There was none of that. It was just trying to free him off when he's moving back to counter for the big right. He threw a couple of body kicks. I would have liked to have seen more. I understand that maybe O'Malley was weary of Merab catching the kick and then taking him down, but like, you were going to get taken down anyway, so you hurt Merab last time around with the kicks. Let's utilise it. What I thought would have been a good shot was whenever he would switch to southpaw to let that back kick go to the body. I would have liked to have seen calf kicks. I really think Sean O'Malley missed the boat without utilising his kicks in there. I thought the calf kicks could have been money for him to slow Merab down, because Merab is constantly on the front foot. He's heavy on his lead leg, high and tight guard, looking to go in to hit you with them explosive shots over the top of you when he's jumping in with the left hook, whenever he's diving for the legs. I thought the leg kicks could have been there for Sean O'Malley. Yeah, I mean, Merab is good. I don't want to take away. I don't want it to be like, oh, well, Sean O'Malley just got the game plan wrong. That's the only reason Merab won. Merab looked really improved. Merab, it's crazy that he is still improving. And it's not just like, oh, his cardio is the only thing, the good weapon that he has. No, it's his grappling as well. It's the way he mixes all the martial arts together. Whenever he's going for a takedown, then abandoning that to blitz in with the strikes. Whenever he's abandoning the blitzing in with the strikes to dive for the legs again. It's not just cardio with Merab. He's the greatest UFC bantamweight of all time. I don't want to hear anybody try and tell me that it's Dominic Cruz. If you try and tell me it's Dominic Cruz now, you don't know ball. You have no idea what you're talking about. Dominic Cruz isn't even number 2. But yeah, round 1, not much really happened. Wasn't Merab round. He was busier. Round 2, I thought Sean O'Malley landed some good shots on Merab. But again, I thought it was a Merab round. A lot closer than round 1 in my opinion. Round 3, Merab just kind of just dominated him, if we're being honest. Sean O'Malley was not gassing, like, but he was visibly tiring where Merab wasn't. And this was my problem as well, was it was like, round 1 it seemed like O'Malley was trying to be patient, and I don't know what their obsession was with trying to punch to the body. It was the same in the first fight. It's like, yo, you need to try and take this guy's fucking chin off. Not try and jab him to the body. You need to try and fucking put a dent in this guy to earn his respect so he stops coming forward. I thought they could have done a better... Another shot I thought that would have worked would have been the uppercut for Sean O'Malley. If he's framing back with his lead hand as Merab steps in, to kind of sweep up with the uppercut, or try and lure him in and hit him with that knee that he caught Cheeto Vera with. I know he tried that in the first fight, but Sean O'Malley looked worse this time around. Now, Merab looked better, but Sean O'Malley looked worse. And I don't think it was because Merab looked better, that's why you didn't see the improvements in O'Malley's game. No, I think O'Malley just visibly looked worse. It just, too defensive, in my opinion. Too defensive. And just didn't let his shots go. But yeah, in round 3, Merab took him down a good couple of times. He tried to snap up. I thought it was like a headlock, or not a headlock, sorry, like a guillotine that he was going for. It looked like a front headlock, then it went to a guillotine, then I thought it was a Dars. Then O'Malley rolled to his back. I thought, right, okay, O'Malley's out of it. But you could see the way he had like his neck crank, and then as soon as Merab just sat his weight down, Sean O'Malley couldn't do anything. He was right against the cage. He was a sitting duck, and it was only a matter of time. A great performance from Merab. I don't think anybody's going to beat him. I know they're talking about Corey Sandhagen. It is an interesting matchup. It's something new. Definitely would like to see it instead of, maybe a Jan rematch or an Umar rematch. Umar can't get an immediate rematch anyway because Umar should have to have one more fight, in my opinion, because he arguably didn't even deserve the title fight first time around. But Merab, great win. Merab's top 10 all time, in my opinion. What's next for Sean O'Malley? I think a move up to the featherweight division would suit him. There's a lot more strikers up there, which I think benefit him. If not, there is one matchup that I think he could stick around that would be big enough that I think he could win in the bantamweight division. But Merab's going to be defending that belt for a while, and O'Malley won't be getting another title shot anytime soon. So yeah, great performance from Merab. Really improved. I think he dominates Corey Sandhagen. I think O'Malley shouldn't take a load of time off because he didn't take a lot of damage in there. But I think it's time to move up. I think there's a lot of fun fights in the featherweight division for Sean O'Malley. Moving on to the women's co-main event, Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. This was shit. I'm just going to be honest. And I know this might not be a popular take, and people might be like, oh, why do you don't like proper MMA then, man? Because these women are elite. Women's fights shouldn't be any higher than the early prelims. That goes for title fights as well. I'm being serious. I want to start a petition. This was ass. It was an absolute mood killer to the UFC 316 event as well. Now, it wasn't just only this fight. The fight before it, we are going to get onto that, Kevin Gastelum and Joe Pyfer. It was also shit. But at least there were moments in that fight. There was fucking nothing in this. Mr. Olympia ended up getting the win. We've got Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. A lot of people are pretending to be hyped for that fight online. Personally, I'm not. It's going to be a pay-per-view main event, and I don't care to see that. Like, if they came to me and went, Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes, 5-round title fight is the early prelim headliner. Yeah. I mean, okay, sounds good. But the fact it's going to be a pay-per-view headliner probably, I just don't care to see it. Juliana Pena, how this woman, she is an industry plant. How is Juliana Pena in these positions? No disrespect. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know it might be controversial, but keep this shit off the fucking main cards, please. Moving on, speaking about other shit that needs to be kept off the main card, Joe Pyfer, Kevin Gastelum. Look, Joe Pyfer landed a big shot on Kevin Gastelum. That was my slider, by the way, on the floor, in case you think I'm just sitting here shitting my pants. I'm not. Joe Pyfer caught Kevin Gastelum multiple times with big right hands in the first round. Kevin Gastelum showed his durability. The recovery that guy has is insane. Like, how he was able just to be unaffected by those shots and arguably take the later rounds as well. But, Joe Pyfer, you can throw more than a right hand, my boy. You landed a good couple right hands. Let's set it up. Let's stop just grabbing and trying to let the right hand go. Let's try and throw a bit of combinations. I think he just got two in his own head about trying to land that KO shot on Kevin Gastelum. It just wasn't an entertaining fight. What's next for Joe Pyfer? I don't know. I don't think he'll ever be champion. I don't think he'll ever be in the top 5 of the middleweight division. Just my opinion. I don't really know what else to say. It was just boring. A couple of cool knockdowns, but it was boring. Mario Batista, Patchy Mix. Now there is stuff to say about this. Is Patchy Mix an actual professional MMA fighter? Bruh. And I mean that in the most respectful way ever. Like, if this guy's got 20 wins in MMA, I need to see that they're not AI generated. Because literally, and someone in my live chat said, oh, it's the big moment. Yo, this guy's been in title fights multiple times in big shows. I know it's the UFC, it's a bit different from Bellator, but this guy has been on the big stage before. Patchy Mix, and I want to give Mario Batista his props, because Mario Batista looked really good in there. Really, really good on the feet. I think Mario Batista has a good future in the bantamweight division. But Patchy Mix, right, number one, his striking was abysmal in there. His striking was shit. Very, very shit. 2, it looked like he had cement blocks attached to his feet. 3, now I know Mario Batista is a part to play in this because of just his movement and the way he was moving around, his footwork, but where was the takedowns? Why were you not trying to utilise what your best attribute is? Your best attribute isn't striking, bro. You're getting absolutely pieced up on the feet. You're getting lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. And your corner tells you to shoot a takedown. Now, he did shoot a takedown. He shot 1. But, like, for a guy who talked a lot of a big game as well, and I'm actually one of them people that was like, bro, when Patchy Mix signs for the UFC, man, the bantamweight division, it needs to be on lookout. Patchy Mix is elite. And now I'm understanding why the PFL were happy enough to give this guy away. Bruh. The skill gap between other organisations and the UFC isn't spoken about enough. Now, I don't think Mario Batista will ever be UFC champion. But Patchy Mix was one of the best Bellator had to offer. And genuinely, from that fight last night from Patchy Mix, he doesn't beat anybody inside the UFC's top 15, facts. In the bantamweight division, I can't name one opponent that he would beat. How slow his feet were, how slow his shot selection was on the feet. Yes, he's tough and durable, he's got a good chin, he can take a crack. No head movement at all. Like, you can move laterally, bro. Why are we moving forward and back just? Yeah, it wasn't a good performance from Patchy Mix. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the UFC fucking released his ass after that performance. Good win from Mario Batista. Moving on to the main card opener for Sente Luque, Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland can go far in the UFC's welterweight division, and I mean that. Kevin Holland is a problem in this division. Now, do I think Kevin Holland is top 5 worthy? No. Do I think Kevin Holland is championship worthy? If he's not top 5, he's obviously not championship worthy in my opinion, but the guy can go far in this division. There's a lot of winnable matchups for him. Well, I mean, Joaquin Buckley's near the top 5. Kevin Holland knocked him out. Kevin Holland is a problem in this division. He's long, he's strong, pause. He can strike well, he's got power in his hands. He's a submission threat. He's a lot harder to take down when guys actually are his size and strength. When he's up at middleweight, those guys just mog him, so they're able to just... Maybe they might be on the same level as him in terms of wrestling, but because they're so much stronger, they just overpower him. But yeah, Vicente Luque, Kevin Holland looked like he was up for this fight. People forget, man, this guy had a close fight with JDM. But yeah, Vicente Luque landed some big shots on Kevin Holland, but Kevin Holland was teeing off on him. It was a good fight while it lasted. Vicente Luque dove in for a single leg, and then Kevin Holland just started playing rock and sock and robots with his head, just boom, 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 boom. Just started lighting him up on the feet. You could see a lot of swelling around Vicente Luque. He landed a big, big elbow on Vicente Luque as well, and I questioned how Vicente Luque would take damage because he's been a bit shaky in recent times, but he took Kevin Holland's best shots and kept coming forward. He he was dropped? I'm trying to remember the actual finishing sequence. I know that he, like, whenever he was down, he sat up into Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland snatched up the Darce choke, and Kevin Holland, like, the length of his limbs, pause, he's going to be a night. Like, when he gets his arm through like that to snatch up the Darce, you're fucked. And Vicente Luque is a really good grappler. A fun fight, a good way to kick off the card. Kevin Holland called out Colby Covington. Yes, I'm all for seeing that matchup. I think it's going to be a fun one. What's next for Vicente Luque? I am unsure. Moving on to the prelim. Bruno Silva, Joshua Van. Fun fight. Joshua Van is awesome to watch. Great KO win in the third round. Bruno Silva is no joke. Joshua Van, 23 years of age. He's got so much more time to improve. He's just getting better every single fight. And the fact that he's so active as well. Awesome. Awesome. Great fight. Moving on, Asmat Mirzakhanov, Brenson Ribeiro. Asmat Mirzakhanov is a problem in this division. Fast hands, he's powerful, looks like a bag of milk, can take a shot, skillful. Asmat Mirzakhanov, great finish. He hurt Brenson Ribeiro, had him doing the stanky leg. And what I liked about the finishing sequence was when he hurt Brenson Ribeiro, it wasn't like, oh shit, I'm going to rush in, just bomb rush throwing shots. He was very patient and selective with his shots to get him out of there. Great finish from Asmat Mirzakhanov. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight again in the future. Don't know why it's done this. Waldo Cortez Acosta, Sergey Spivak. The way this is set up is annoying me, so I'm not going to speak too much on this. Waldo Cortez Acosta won that fight 2 rounds to 1 in my opinion. Glad I picked the underdog. Big brr. Chaos Williams versus Andres Gustafsson. I thought Chaos Williams was going to put him on a t-shirt, but Gustafsson, just his pressure, his clinch work, just an all-out nightmare for Chaos Williams. He couldn't get space to breathe. Wang Kong got a nice win. Joe Sang-yu, good left hook KO. Is this the new Korean Zombie in the UFC? We shall see. Quillen Salkill, good win. Yeah, he looked good in there, not much to say. Markel Medeiros, yeah, good win for him. I thought he looked good in there. Pretty boring, those 2 fights, to be honest, and I wasn't really paying much attention, so I can't really go into great detail. But yeah, UFC 316, overall, a decent card. I'm not going to say it was shit, I'm not going to say it was great, it was a decent card. Thank you for everybody who tuned into the watch along, by the way. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. I'm so tired, and as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you all again in the next one. Big brr.